What's up? This is gonna be kind of like a stream of conscious video. I haven't really planned it out or written out a script or anything. I'm kind of just going off the dome. So, yeah. Good old semen retention. Another YouTuber talking about semen retention. What new can I bring to the table? Really nothing but my own personal experience while on this journey. I found out about semen retention back in 2018. How old was I? I was that was 18, 19, 5 years. I was 23 years old. And I found it because at the time of my life, I was really kind of struggling with porn, with just random hookups like on Grinder and stuff like that. And I just realized that like I needed to slow it down a lot. Because it just I have this theory that semen retention isn't really for everybody. It's for the people that it's for. Like everybody doesn't have addictions to porn and sex. Like some people, look at porn like, you know, um, just once a week or every 2 weeks or maybe a couple times a month. And, semen retention is awesome, but it wouldn't really benefit them like it would somebody who is actually struggling with, an addiction like that or struggling with, just being very hyper, sexual. Um, so I was on YouTube and I found the videos about it, and it really sort of opened my mind to just the idea of not doing that because I started watching, videos and adult content. I'll just say from here on out when I was probably like 9. I mean, not consistently at 9, but I remember around that age is when it would come on HBO at night. If like on demand. If you was around back then, I'm 28, so if you were around back then, you remember things that used to come on at certain times of the night, and your boy was up watching it. I wasn't even like doing anything, like I was just watching it. I wasn't, masturbating or nothing. I was just curious, just watching it. But as I got around 13, 14, that's when I started doing a little bit more, and then it just kind of stuck with me. And it just became just a part of life. I just never, as soon as puberty started, I started. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward to when I was 23, I started, that's when I'm an adult doing adult things with other adults, consenting adults. And I just realized that I'm like, this is very soul sucking. Cause like when I say that semen retention isn't for everybody, it's for those who need it. It's like when something is wrong with what you're doing. Like you shouldn't be doing this, or you shouldn't be sleeping with this person, or you shouldn't be watching this content. Because afterwards, you always get this feeling like this drained, like disappointing, ashamed feeling. And every time I would do that, um, I would get that feeling no matter what. And it just, I started to pay attention to that. So I realized that that probably means that I have a problem. A lot of it is just being self aware enough to know, like, okay, I think this is actually something that I should probably be, you know, worried about. Um, so I did semen retention. I did it for like 4 months. I actually did it before when I was in high school for 9 months, and I'll never forget that. But I didn't even know what it was called. I didn't even know it was called semen retention, or it wasn't called that. I just remember one day, I think I was in the 10th grade. I was like, I don't want to watch, these videos anymore. For 9 months, I didn't masturbate. I didn't watch like any videos or nothing. So I always kind of knew that I could not watch it just from that one time where I just forgot about it. Mind you, I was like 17, 16, 17. So I was definitely still hormonal, teenager. But for some reason, I was just able to just say. But the reason why that period stuck out to me is because during that 9 months, my life was very different. I was such a different kid. Like, I had I was going out more. I stopped playing video games as much. Like, I just was more, I had a social life. Like I just was out. Like it was just a different version of myself for that 9 months. And then as soon as I started back, I was back to being the old me. I was more shy, more reserved, more quiet, more to myself. Like I was just a completely different person once I got back on it. And then from that 9 month period onwards, I was back in my routine. But anyway, I'm kind of jumping around. I said this was gonna be a stream of thought, which it is. But anyway, so fast forward to 23. I did it for 4 months. And in those 4 months, I really didn't notice a huge, change in myself. But I started working out with this guy at my job, and I was actually in pretty good shape. I was just feeling really good. And then one day I just went back. And then just on and off throughout the years, it's been going on for maybe a month here, 4 weeks here, 3 weeks here, 2 weeks here, every now and then. Definitely still, I was definitely still using the apps and going out and meeting people and, doing what I do. Um, but fast forward to me today, 28 years old. For the past year, I would say I've been mostly abstinent, like little things sprinkled in here and there, but nothing like I used to be. Um, I think I'm just at an age where it's not like, sex and adult videos and stuff like that are just not, they don't align with the person who I feel like I'm being called to be. Like I just feel like there's bigger things for me, and it's time to leave those things in the past. So I've been on semen retention for a little bit over a month now. I ain't gonna lie, I did have a little thing like I did a couple of weeks ago with this dude, but I didn't even like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still technically on semen retention because I didn't. Um, so I mean, I definitely had sex, but I didn't ejaculate, so I don't even count that. But I'm not even doing that anymore. I've decided to be completely celibate or abstinent or just retain completely no sexual activity. Just focus on me, focus on the gym. I ain't gonna lie, this month, I think in the last month, because I started a month ago, a little bit over a month ago, I lost 7 pounds and I'm already freaking skinny. But it's just, I was just working out so much. I started going to the gym or exercising twice a day. I've been pretty much doing that for the last month. The first exercise I do is like a 45-minute walk when I wake up in the morning. And then the second one is the gym or calisthenics, or like I would look up a workout that I can do at the gym. But I'm already a pretty skinny guy. I'm pretty. I would say I'm pretty low body fat anyway. So I'm not trying to lose weight or anything. I'm really just trying to be healthy, right, and get my mind right. But in this month that I've been doing retention, I have noticed the energy. Like my body feels, like I just feel full of fire, if that makes sense. Like I just feel fire. I feel like Goku or something. Like I just feel like I just have all this energy to go out and do a bunch of different things. But I wanted to make this video because I watch a lot of over the years I've watched a lot of semen retention videos, and lately I've been watching a lot more because I am on it again. Like I've committed to it long term. I'm not sure how long I'm committing to it. I want to say like 6 months. I want to do this for 6 months because I have some goals that I'm trying to accomplish. Um, and I feel like 6 months is long enough. Like I don't. I've done it so many times that I've learned that it's really not about how long you do it. It's about how you do it. I think the biggest takeaways from semen retention is just discipline, learning discipline for periods of time. Like I don't want to live my life on semen retention. Like there are people who do it for years and years and years, and just it's just like, what's the point? For me, I just can't see a point in doing it for years and years and years, because my thing is I came into this world to experience a full life. Sex is part of life. I don't demonize sex. I don't demonize, ejaculation. I don't even demonize looking at adult videos. It's just things become a problem, and that's when you have to address them and make and do the right course of action to fix that problem. So for me, porn is not an issue. Adult videos are not an issue. It's really the abuse of the videos. It's the abuse of having intercourse, in excess, draining your energy. Not being productive. It's those. That's when it becomes a problem for me. So I plan on using semen retention to really just periods of self focus on my goals, focus on me, focus on the things that are really going to pour back into me. There's not many times where you have sex or watch a adult video that is going to pour back into you. It usually is always going to drain you literally and spiritually and physically. You're going to feel like you just lost a part of you every time. Every time I've done it, I always felt like that. But I want to talk about this video because I never see gay men on YouTube. Well, there's a few, but there's not enough. I feel like there's not enough. And I don't know if that's because a lot of gay men don't practice retention, or if it's because they're too scared to make videos about it, or if a lot of them just don't know about it. All the videos that I see are of straight guys who practice semen retention, which is cool because I feel like you can learn from anybody. You can learn from anybody, any walk of life, if you're willing to learn. And I'm talking really low because it's late and there's people in my house that are sleeping, so excuse me. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this because I feel like as gay men, we really should practice it. Because if you just I have this theory. As a straight man, semen is used to procreate. Like, that is literally the essence of what that semen is. It's the juice of life. It gives life. You put it in a woman, put her egg, and boom, you got another person. So the gift of men is to help repopulate the earth with the seed, right? But when you're gay, it's just like, well, then do I not have a purpose in this life? And a lot of people will tell us that, like, you're gay, you're a waste of a person, you're a waste of human life or whatever. And I don't agree with that, because I've done a lot of soul searching. As a gay person, you do a lot of soul searching. You wonder why you were born this way, why. And a lot of people think you choose your sexuality, and I promise you that is not the case. Because if it was, a lot of us would not be gay. But that's a whole nother story. But as a gay man, you really do have to ask yourself, what is really my purpose? Because it's like, I know I'm probably not going to be reproducing. I mean, you could. I know there are gay men who have kids and who do artificial insemination and do the in vitro or the surrogate. So you can have kids, but you actually have to make a conscious effort to do that. Whereas most straight men, they end up just having kids on accident. It just be happening. But as a gay man, we have the opportunity to use our life force, our energy, to create in different ways. Like, create ways to better our lives, or better the lives of others, or humanity in general. Like, there are a lot of gay men who have contributed a lot to society. Inventions, things we use from day to day that maybe people don't even know were invented by gay men. I personally ain't finna do the research to figure all the things out, but if you're curious, just Google up inventions by gay men and you'll see. I'm not saying that these gay men were on retention. I'm just saying that gay men do, they definitely create things, and they help shape the world to be a better place, just like any other citizen of the earth. But yeah, as a gay man, I think it's really important to practice semen retention, because I think we have the time, the energy. A lot of us have the finances because we don't have kids or nothing, to really make a really big difference in this, in the world. To just do things that a lot of people don't have the time, the energy, the finances, the opportunities to do. Just virtue of having so many responsibilities. I know for me, whenever I've been able to really hone in on something, it's so easy for me to do things so quickly, because I don't have all the regular responsibilities of a straight person. I just, family, kids. You know, I just don't have in-laws, like marriage. It's just me. So it's like, I use semen retention as a tool, and it really does help me. But I feel like more gay men don't know about it, or they don't practice it. And also, I feel like there's in the gay community, the emphasis is on sex so much. It's just everywhere. Just sex, 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 sex. Everywhere you look, Instagram, Twitter, you know, just everything about being gay. A lot of people narrow it down to just being sexual deviants. That's all we are. And to a lot of people, oh, you're just gay because you just want to have a bunch of sex. Like, straight people do that too. But in the gay community, I feel like it's more so the culture is very promiscuous, it's very sexual, very free, very open. And while that's fine, sometimes I think a lot of times people adopt that for their life, and they never really truly, you know, they never really truly get to know who they are without it. You know, like who are you when you're not always on the apps, when you're not always looking for that next hit, where you're not always watching these videos? Like, what are you really interested in? Like, what really, what would really get your attention? What would you like to learn? What would you like to do? Like, figure out who you are. Like, that is really what I feel like semen retention is, would be great for any man, really. Especially, but you know, I'm gay, so I'm talking about gay men. Use it as a tool to get to know who you are, focus on yourself, your goals, better your circumstances. I used it to get myself out of student loan debt. This year, I paid off my student loans just a few weeks ago. But for the last 2 years, I've been sacrificing. I've pretty much been retaining for the last 2 years off and on, focusing, I've been laser focused. One thing about me, when I get laser focused, I'm like I get laser focused. And I think retention helps you do that. It really does. But yeah, I wanted to make this video because I just feel like I add another voice to the conversation, because I don't really see a lot of people, from the LGBTQ community talking about retention and how it can be used as a tool. It's not just for straight men. It's really not. I mean, straight men use it for other reasons, but I think as a gay man, we use it for other reasons. And I think there should be a voice for that. So yeah, that is it for this video. If you are a gay man on retention, please leave your experience down below. I would love to talk to other men on this journey as well, straight men. If you have something to add to the conversation, feel free. This is an open space. We're good. See you guys later. Peace.